What is going on, guys? And welcome back to my channel.
Hi.
Today we have a couple of it's kind of like a different vlog, but I wanted to talk about this just in case something like this happens to you guys, or you guys ever go through something like this with your kids. So yesterday, what time was it? Like at 6?
6, yeah.
Like around 6, we were taking the dog out for a walk. And as we proceeded to turn into one of the park areas, we're walking by the parking lot area, and Illian saw a
Am I see me?
no, no, it's funny. Claudia's passing in the background, so she won't come out crawling. Uh, so you saw a phone, right?
Yeah, it was like a black case and it was like turned upside down, so you can only like kind of see the camera.
Yeah, you might want to talk a little bit louder.
Okay, so it was like turned upside down, where you could see it was like a black case and you can only see like the back of the camera.
Yeah, like an OtterBox. Like it was kind of like an OtterBox.
It was an OtterBox.
It was an OtterBox.
Yeah.
And so she found this.
I have one.
Yeah, I know. She found this iPhone, and she saw the OtterBox, and I'm gonna post a small clip of the phone that she found right now.
I went into town as quick as I could. I talked to the board. We went down to the police department and we filed this.
Okay, and so when she found this phone, we looked at it, and I grabbed it or whatever, and then she grabbed it and gave it to me, and I was like, okay, right. I was like, in my mind, I was like, there's nobody around. I was like, let's see if they call. So given when you find a phone, and I hate to say it, but that's basically like a finders keepers,
Yeah.
right? So we had a couple of options to do, which was to try to unlock it and then sell the phone or whatever, which is the thing that most people would do, because given an iPhone, it was an iPhone 8,
Yeah.
and this iPhone 8, give or take, it was worth anything from 300 to 500 or whatever. How much? I don't know exactly how much, but it's worth a couple of $100. So, in my mind, I was like, well, if they call, we'll give it back. I was like, but given it does cross your mind, like, oh, like, well, it's finders keepers, it's your phone, and if you want, you could just try to unlock it or whatever. So, given the phone was locked, but nobody had called, it had been like a good, what, like 2 hours that
Yeah,
they
like
hadn't called.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and so I was looking at my options, like, well, I guess nobody's gonna call, this and that, and I was like, but given people, uh, what I was trying to teach Illian was to be kind and to give the phone back if they were to call, because well, personally, it's not our phone. You know what I mean? So that's what I had told her. Although in my mind, I don't know if in your mind, I was like, well, we could probably just sell this phone and get more money for it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I was like, I could keep the phone and you could have my phone.
Yeah, you see, she wanted to trade her phone because she has an iPhone 6 and this one was an 8. So it was like an upgrade. But in my mind, I was like, like, let's try to do the good deed of the week, or the right thing, right? Which was to return it. And so we stayed with the phone. We took it. We went to CVS, right?
Yeah, and
We
Walmart.
went to Walmart, and nobody had called. Nothing. And I was like, all right, well. So in my mind, I'm like, they have to call. I was like, if I didn't have my phone, there was no way. I wasn't gonna grab another phone or even a payphone or whatever, even though they're non-existent, and don't go try to find my phone. That's real talk. But this person, nothing, and I was like, okay. So the time to bed came around, and you went to bed.
I was already like laying down, just getting ready to fall asleep, and then you come in, say, well, before that, you had gotten a phone call. We were sitting on
Were
the
you
couch.
already asleep or
No,
no?
I was
You were
watching the
sitting.
TV
Okay.
with mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a phone call, and it was the
Yeah. So then the lady called, and it was well, see, it was your Mexican lady, and she sounded like a older lady. You know what I mean? And then so I answered, and I was like, bueno, and then she was like, ay, usted tiene mi teléfono, and I was like, sí, but she sounded really rude, like in I guess maybe she was under stress or I don't know what the situation was, and I was like, instead of being like, oh, like, hey, I lost my phone, can you return it to me? She was really like, oh, it's my phone and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, I know it was your phone, but given, like I'm telling you, we found it. You know what I mean? But in my mind, in my heart, I was like, this lady's gonna be, uh, she was being really rude, right? So, given you went to sleep,
I was already, I like had barely been laying down for like a couple of minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
no, you were asleep for a while because I was gone for a while. But so given,
Really?
yeah, given, this lady was like, "Oh, you have my phone and this," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I found it over there by the parking lot area and this and that." I was like, "But," I was like, my daughter." I told her I was like, "My daughter found it, and I told her that I wanted to do the right thing, which was to return it to you." And in my mind, I was like, hopefully she gets the message of showing some type of gratitude to her because, like I said, if you find a phone and it's hard to say it or it's hard to acknowledge the fact that pues es tuyo, it's your phone, and honestly, she could have just kept that phone and upgraded, like you're saying, from a 6 to a 8, or we could have just sold the phone because to unlock an iPhone, it's super easy. You could call anybody and basically do it, or go to Juarez and just pay a couple of pesos and they'll do it for you. Um, and everything ran through my mind with that. But I was like, I want to do the right thing, hoping that the lady would be showing a little bit of gratitude, right? And what I mean by gratitude is de decirle thank you, comprarle una, I was saying una pinche pizza, algo, like, because given the phone is worth over $400, and you know what I mean? O sea, showing her que it's good to do the right thing at time. So, the, ya me habló la señora, and she's like, oh, pues que her roommate or something was gonna come pick it up, and I was like, okay. So he calls me and he's like, oh, I don't know where you live, and I was like, oh, pues. In my mind, I was like Illian had already gone to bed, and I was like, I'll just give him the phone and then you know what I mean, call it a night. So then I head over to the place where we found it. Y allí estaba un señor and he had a little girl. She was like a fifth grader, but she was super tall. But she went to another private school. I was like, oh, hopefully you know her, but no, she went to another school.
What school is it?
I don't know. I don't know what school. It was like a different school. Um, and then I was like, oh, okay. And so the señor, he's like, oh, my name's Mandor. I believe that's his name. He's an older gentleman. He was already like, I want to say like in his 50s, like early 50s, I want to say. And he's like, oh, pues, you know what? He's like, I appreciate the what is it called? The kind gesture to return the phone back. He's like, where did you guys find it? And I was like, nope, but my daughter found it on the floor next to. I was assuming um, it was a parking area, a parking spot. And I guess when you get into a car or something, pues you drop it, y ahí se te cae, you know what I mean? So I explained to him what happened, that she found and all those stuff, and he's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Well, what this uh, what this lady with his roommate said that she just wanted to be thankful and give Illian $20." So it brought a smile to my face because I knew she was showing some type of gratitude for Illian returning the phone. Um, I know a lot of kids or a lot of people wouldn't have returned it given the $20 to $300 difference, but I'm really proud of you for for holding out and being like, you know what, I mean, and doing the right thing, because I know it's hard. Because I know if I would have found it probably in your age, I would have been like, fuck that. I would have kept it. I would have kept that phone. I would have been like, oh, I want that phone. I want that phone. It's mine. I would have made a big deal. You didn't make a big deal out of it. But the funny part was that we were in the truck, and then you were like, because I told her, no, pues, le voy a decir que tan siquiera piche las pizzas o algo. And she's like, oh, yeah, las pizzas. And I was like, I was thinking Little Caesars or whatever. And then you're like, oh, pues unos tacos. What were you saying?
I was like some chips.
Some chips, some munchies, some
puestecitos.
puestecitos. And I was like, what the hell? Oye, traía más hambre que la fregada, mija. But at least she was being still cheap about stuff like that, right? The gratitude or whatever. And I know it would have been really hard for me to return that phone. And I know a lot of you wouldn't have returned that phone either. But I'm happy, and I would like to thank you for being kind-hearted, because a lot of people wouldn't have done it. I know it would have been hard for me to do it, but I think it was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And so with those $20 that lady gave you, we're gonna go out to eat, or we're gonna go buy some puestecito or whatever you guys want to eat. Mom was already making silly suggestions. But
not good suggestions.
right, I agree. And so I just want to talk to you guys about being grateful when things like this, like let's say you lose anything, your phone or whatever, and somebody returns it. Be kind, because then that's why people don't want to return it. You know what I mean? And if you do find something, you know what I mean? If there's no way that you're gonna give it back to that person, or that you can, or that person doesn't call, well then go ahead and keep it. But if you can do it, you know what I mean, just go ahead and do it, and it feels better. To me personally, I felt good giving the phone back. What did you feel about it?
I mean, really, I wouldn't care if I kept it or not, because I hardly use my phone. But
yeah,
if I would have kept it, it would be like, I would still think the same as that if I still had mine on the phone. But I mean,
so what are you gonna want to eat?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a thought one. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? That's it. All right, guys. So this was a little vlog about Illian finding an iPhone 8. I hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe, and
turn on your notifications so you can get notified every time we post a video, and share.
All right. Good stuff. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. So we just got back home from Winter Schnitzel, and this is what we got with the $20. Delicious. How, guys? Some shakes. Peace out, guys. Y'all have a good one. Peace.